baby! Fire the cannon!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a happy hump day edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And of course, for fans of the Sports Web, the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans, you Raise Up fans, you Lightning fans, it's your time. So how do we start off this good time here on a Wednesday night? Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, we will have Bushman talking about the Tampa Bay Rays, who once again swept the Yankees and then also beat the Chicago White Sox. last night. I don't think I'm going to see. We may see my co-host Harry the Greek on here. But right now, just to update the score, Junior Caminero with the home run. Last check, it was 2-0. Tampa Bay Rays. You got to love that. On top of that, if we're not going to just talk about the Rays and offer them congratulations, of course, but how about your Tampa Bay Lightning home ice advantage? I love that. I love those sound effects. Does that wake you up here at 9 o'clock at night? Hopefully it does. Hopefully you're awake. Everybody says, well, one person thinks this show is boring. Hopefully it's not boring, but the Tampa Bay Lightning, it looks like they will play on Sunday. No official word. They are playing right now in a meaningless game. But congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning once again in the playoffs. You can't take that for granted, what the Lightning have been able to do. It is absolutely tremendous. And then, of course, 8 days away from this, ladies and gentlemen. I said 8 days away from this, ladies and gentlemen. The NFL draft, Jason Light talked about some of his plans. I don't think he's giving anything away. We'll talk about what you think the Bucs should do at number 15 with open phone lines. As always, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. We're live here on Facebook, Instagram Live, YouTube, X, TikTok, LinkedIn Live. I'll try to be professional, I promise. Most likely will not happen here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. And if it's your first time tuning into this show, let me tell you what it is. It's a cross between a TV and radio show with sound effects, engagement, reading comments, no matter if I agree with you or not, and hopefully you give to the content. With that being said, we will be live on Saturday at noon from, well, we'll have to hold off on the phone call because I want to, Abraham, stand by. We'll be live from Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether you want a haircut, a beard trim, a fade. Can you see me? Can you guys see me? I'm styling and profiling. I'll be there at noon on Saturday. Talking with all the barbers there. Hopefully some of you web heads come out and support the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Go see my favorite barber, Ricky, and all the talented barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop. And if that wasn't enough, let's go out to this, my newest baby. This is your test, Bucs fans. Like and subscribe to Bucs Latest on the Fan Arch Network every day, 10 to 15 minutes of Bucs content at 11 a.m. on YouTube. So where are you at, Bucs fans? There's not another platform out there that's going to give you that. There's some great platforms. We know about Pewter Report and Joe Bucs Fan and everybody else. But Locked On Bucs, that's another one I mentioned. But every day, 10 to 15 minutes. The great thing is I don't have to take your phone calls. The great thing is you can write comments behind my back. Maybe I'll read them on Friday. Brent, I love you, brother.
Oh, yeah.
I read his comments because it's a fan comment Friday, but every day, 11 a.m. on YouTube, it's Bucs Latest. So now with that out of the way, we can go out to phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I feel like I'm running late tonight. I feel like I've been running late all day long. Like I'm a chicken with my head cut off. And I guess it's because, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things. Like you're running late. You're trying to get in gear. You're trying to make sure everything's good to go. You know me, I'm a perfectionist. So let's go out to the phone lines. Let's get off of that. Abraham, welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television here on a Happy Hump Day edition. What's going on, boss?
Oh, yeah, Happy Hump Day, Peter. And also, I like to say that you are very innovative.
Thank you.
And revolutionary sportscaster. And thank you for engaging the fans. I appreciate what you do. For putting our voices there, even though we don't agree on everything. We have dissenting voices, but you give us a voice.
I give you guys a voice. You know why? Because I'm a Tampa Bay sports fan. You know, I grew up liking sports when I was 8 years old. I always tell the story, right? My dad sat me down. He said, listen, you're going to be a Tampa Bay sports fan or you're going to leave the house. So I decided to not leave the house at 8 years old and decided to be corrupted by my father and like all Tampa Bay sports. And my dream at that point, as I got older, as I was listening to sports talk radio where guys were just, talking, and then, not allowing fans to say what was on their mind, give them 2 minutes. I think, fans deserve more than 2 minutes. Please just don't be, don't be long-winded. And I'll give you a second chance to call back in if it's a good call. I've always said that. So that's what I give. So what's on your mind tonight, man? 8 days away from the NFL draft.
I don't know who exactly they're going to draft. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, buddy. Go ahead, loud and clear.
Yeah, so I don't know who exactly, but I'm looking at edge rusher, and I know Sonny Styles. I don't know if he's going to be there when they get there, but
it's a pipe dream. He's not going to be there.
I really like Jacob Rodriguez and his production.
Okay.
The main thing, he's a producer, and he was a Heisman candidate, and he was a quarterback converted to linebacker. So he can be the quarterback of the future quarterback of the defense.
Right.
So I'm leaning towards Akeem Matador, but whoever they draft has got to be an edge rusher who's got production. I'm not looking at potential. I want production, and I like what Akeem has. I know he's 25, but you get 6 years of production from him. That's good. Maybe even longer if he can, do the Tom Brady thing or Levante David thing. Levante lasted till 35, So let's see. But I'm looking for edge rusher with production and an inside linebacker with production. All right. So I'm done with one potential guys. I'm done with potential athletes who've got all the athletic skills, but that doesn't translate to production on the field. So,
I agree. That's what it's all about. And that's what you got to get here. And that's the toughest thing about, depending on a rookie. I put this out there, Abraham. You're exactly right. The last 10 years, only 6 rookies with over double-digit sacks, but the Bucs have covered themselves because you have a Yaya Diaby on one side, you have a Muhammad on the other, 11.5 sacks last year. So a rookie may not necessarily have to come in here right away and be that double-digit sack guy. He may not come right away and be the starter, so you don't have that pressure on him, but you still need some production, and you're exactly right. I don't have a problem with going after a Matador. I know there's some medical red flags there with possibly his feet, but he's 25 years old. And I agree with what Booger had to say. You get 5 or 6 years out of him. What's wrong with that? So you don't even know if you have 5 or 6 years with this administration, with the coaching, with anybody at this point. Everybody is under the gun. It comes back to what John Gruden says. You either feel the pressure or apply it. And I definitely think the latter has to happen for Todd Bowles and Jason Light, especially over there at One Buck Place. What else, Abraham?
I just hope that they nail every round and they just learn from their past mistakes, and let's just leave the past in the past. And hey, tomorrow's another day. Embrace today and just stop dwelling on yesterday and stop being so negative about our coach and support him. And I hope the fan base stop bring that energy to the football stadium instead of doing it behind computers or behind, some of these guys want to express their, hatred, bring it to the stadium. All right. Stop hiding behind your computer screens.
Well, I got an update for you. We got a home run by Fraley for the Rays. It's now 4-0 Rays over the Chicago White Sox. So 4-0 Rays. You don't have to go anywhere.
So all I gotta say is, fans, let's go to the games and bring that energy.
Bring the energy, bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Come out to the tailgates this year. We'll be live from What the Buck. That's the plan. And then, of course, after the game, on the field in collaboration with my partner there, Mr. JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show. We'll be live all year long. If the Bucs allow us to be live and be fully credentialed, I'll give you everything I got. every Sunday, every Saturday, every Monday, every Thursday night when the Bucs play. I'll give you everything I got, including Monday and Wednesdays and when we have breaking news.
Tampa Jones? What's the situation there?
The situation is that it's up in the air right now. They moved from the location. That location was right down the street. The rumor is that they're going to be in Wesley Chapel, but we'll see. But as far as Tampa Joe's working with the sports web, they love it. They love the idea. They love what we brought out there, and we'll do it again if they want us. If they want to have us. If not, then we'll figure it out. We'll pivot somewhere else. Abraham, appreciate the call. Use the second one, my friend. All right.
Have a good night.
All right. Good stuff there. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Mr. Rays fan himself, Mr. Alex, the troll, one of the trolls of the show. Welcome to the Evolution. What's going on, boss? Let me give you a Ric Flair.
Good evening. God bless. God bless everyone. God bless community.
Yes.
Hey, listen. So just a few things to talk about. I'll make the Rays really fast. They're playing really good. 4-0. They're about to win their 5th win straight if we can kind of.
Well, we got El Bushman coming on here, so I know you're going to like that from the Rays Rewind podcast. Talk about the Rays today. I know you have the great El Bushman. That's why I said I'm not going to speak a lot about the Rays tonight. But the Bolts, they're in their last game of the season. I know they're down 4-2 against the Rangers. Vassie is actually not in net tonight. He was supposed to start tonight, and John Cooper said last minute, nah, not going to risk the injury. So, listen, the Bolts are completing their last game of the season against the Rangers. They're down 4-2, but everyone looks really sharp. A goal by Corey Perry, a goal by Orkstrand, who looks really good as well. And these are the guys that you're going to need to step up to have a chance to beat the Canadians. So a very tough Canada team who's been on the second half of the season, one of the hottest teams in the NHL. So listen, it's going to be a tough matchup, but everyone looks healthy. Everyone looks good on the Bolt side. It's actually very smart that Cooper's not overdoing their starters. Hagel really didn't get too much time on the ice tonight. Actually, I don't even know if he touched the ice tonight. Hence the reason why we're down 4-2. But there you go.
Listen, bold prediction for Lightning fans.
Yes.
If the Bolts, who, by the way, based off their win last night and a Buffalo loss, the Bolts will start on Sunday. I believe it's Sunday, going to be Sunday, because they do have a concert over there at Benchmark International Arena. So I believe they're working with the NHL and the arena to maybe get it on Sunday. So if we can get those first 2 wins, if we can beat Montreal, round 1, I got a bold prediction. It'll be the Bolts and Colorado, repeat of 2022.
Love it.
For the Stanley Cup.
Bring it on, man. I love it. Put your money where your mouth is. I like it.
We are less than, I think we're a little over a week from the draft.
Yes.
I think the Bucs are going to do something with that defense. Jacob Rodriguez, I believe that they're going to get him from Texas, I think, for their first round pick.
Texas Tech, yes.
You got to get defense. You got to improve defense. I agree with what Harry the Greek said. Listen, I don't care who's out there. Draft all defense. I think you have a perfectly good offense to still be able to put up 30 points if you can get the defense to do its side on their side of the ball.
I agree with you.
Draft all
defense,
go all defense.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to, if he's available, take Jacob Rodriguez in the first round. They're good stuff, man. I know you got the great El Bushman coming in tonight, but hey, Rays up 4-0, aiming for their 4th win.
Yeah.
And they're playing great baseball. Hey, by the way, before I go, what a turnaround this team is having. The bullpen is looking so much better. Our starters tonight, we had our first example of the opener. So we had an opener today.
Right.
Cole Sulser pitched 2 innings, looked really good. And then we gave the ball off to, I can't pronounce his name, but he's pitching really well. We're shutting the Chicago White Sox off, which, by the way, I know the Greek's probably back in the background listening, but I actually messaged him yesterday. Hey, Greek, if you're listening, bro, I love you, bro. He is such a great, knowledgeable, talented guy.
He's a great dude. He really is. He's a great dude.
Hey, listen, let's finish it out. Raise up. Go Bolts, and as always, go Bucs.
There you go. Good stuff. That's how you finish it off right there. Let's go out to the comments. Thank you very much, Alex, because I don't want to neglect you guys. And then we'll get out to L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. I promise, Bucs fans, stay tuned. We'll talk some Rays. We'll talk some Bucs. We'll talk about what you want to talk about. Why am I talking like this? I have no idea. It's for drama purposes. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Tim says, what's up, Peter Blake? What's up with you?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Brent. What's up, Peter? What's going on, boss? How you doing?
Yes.
Lamar from Oregon right there. You see your sign right there? That's a tribute to the fans. A fan like yourself, you send a sign. I will make sure to hang the sign. Aloha, Peter H. Blake and guest. Absolutely. Thank you. It is a new hat. We put it up there. Why? It was sneaky. You know why? Because I got tired of the little shadow right there. I told you I'm a perfectionist. So why not, mix in that 50th season, even though it's not necessarily can be remembered for a great season. Guess what it does? It covers up the little shadow. You still got a little bit there, but I do the best that I can. Okay. So, but it does look good. I think it looks good there with the Levante David signed jersey. We got to get some bold stuff up there. I got an idea where to put that Tampa Bay Lightning right in that center right there by that All-Star jersey. I'm so fired up for the NFL draft. Me too, buddy. Me too. Me too. Are you serious? I love the NFL draft. That's why I'm not sure if I'm going to be down there. I usually actually take off from work where I work at Smart Financial, but the money is so good at this juncture. Like, I like going to work, even though it's sometimes stressful because of the customers. I actually like my job. I actually love my job, and I love to make money. And I usually take off during the draft day, but I don't know if I'm going to do that this year. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be in St. Pete. I may just come back here and hang out with all you guys so you guys can tune in, and we got great internets, and we can talk about what you think the Bucs are going to do that night and what everybody else is doing that night live here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television, because that's how much I love the draft. Rays up 3-0. Yes, 4-0. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Dorsell, thank you very much. Good stuff. Christopher Cole, evening, guys. Evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good stuff. Brightside Broadway right there from North Carolina. Hey, Peter, you are not boring at all. Love the energy. Got to bring the energy, man. I mean, if I come on here and go, I'm Peter Blake. How you doing? I'm just, I've just got to, we're going to talk about the Bucs tonight. And, this is what I think. And, it's blah, 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 blah. This is what it just sounds like. It sounds awful. I can't stand it at this point. So if I ever have to be like that, please just shoot me in the face I may pitch like that when I'm doing the other job, and that works because, you kind of lull people to sleep with that. Hi, I'm Peter Blake. Here, it's totally different. Here, my roommates say you scream and you yell, and I say, I don't care because I paid the rent this month. If I don't pay the rent, then you can kick my ass out, and you could say I yell too much. Shared to the Rolling in the Red Zone every time you have a show. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
As always, King Cook, another favorite webhead there on YouTube. What's good, Peter? What's good, webheads? What's good with you?
Wait up, little boy. Stop.
He says, go Bucs. I knew it was coming. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Stop. Wait up.
By the way, Todd Bowles report here. It's April 15th, tax day, 2026, and Todd Bowles is still the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hooray! It is exciting, Todd.
Fire the cannon.
How about it, Byron?
How about them Bucs, baby?
How about it, guys? There we go right there. Let's go on to Christopher Cole. Thoughts on Kiper's final mock draft. We will get into that. Who the hell is Mel Kiper? I love Mel Kiper. I have a good story about him. If you've never heard it, stay tuned for that. Heck, he should have been fired for last year's meltdown on live TV. I like the meltdowns from Mel. Mel and the meltdown is awesome, especially versus Bill Tobin there in the Indianapolis Colts. That's good stuff. Go Rays! Go Rays! Thank you, Sarah, for tuning in. As always, she says hi to Alex, King Cook. Happy Jackie Robinson Day. Is it really Jackie Robinson Day? Very cool. Brent says, Peter, when the season starts, just be honest on what you see regardless of the players. No excuses. I'm usually pretty honest. I usually tell it like it is, Brent, but I am the eternal optimist as I see L. Bushman in the back room. Let me read the rest of these comments, and I would get out to you. Happy birthday, Jackie Robinson. Go Bolts. Go Bolts. There we go. Good stuff there. King Cook. Carolina Hurricanes will win in the Cup this year. Book it. Go Canes. Drake says J-Rod at 15. So I guess Jacob Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
Might be a little bit too high there. Cook, you love all sports on. That's all right. I used to love basketball, but they just got too soft. They didn't have a chance. Nothing with their game. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. No, 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 no. How do you lose to the Boston Celtics? And last check, they were losing to the Philadelphia 76ers. This team in itself. I'm just here learning more about sports. Thanks, Peter. Good stuff. Appreciate you, Cook. That's what I'm here to do. Justin Parks. Hey, Peter, I'm listening on the road going through West Texas, headed to Cali. Going back to Cali. Thank you. I love this show, man. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Stop. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Yes, I love that. Keep on traveling. Travel safe. Listen to my voice. Don't necessarily have to watch the screen if you don't want to. Hello, 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 says Mr. Jim himself.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with
From
you?
Ohio. We will make the playoffs, but for me, it's NFC Championship or bust. Chris Trainer, let's go Rays. Let's go Rays. Good stuff there. Go Rays, says Gavin Ciroli. It's a family affair. My nephew, thank you for tuning in. And then Chris Cole, happy birthday, Jackie Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
All right, without further ado, let's go out to the great man himself, Mr. L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Beaver? Thanks for having me on, man. How's it going?
It's going great, buddy. It's going great. We get that one shot up there. There we go. And thanks a lot for joining me tonight. And where do we start with the Tampa Bay Rays? A slow start, fans freaking out, thinking the sky is falling, and then they sweep the Yankees. And I think the story, and you can throw this out there, how impressed are you with this offense? Not necessarily all the power in the world, but I think the main story is Chandler Simpson at the top of the lineup. Once again, welcome to the evolution.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there was a lot of questions about this lineup going into this season, especially with the lack of power that they had, especially after Yandy and Junior and Aranda, and then all of a sudden it just seems like everybody's just contributing to getting people across the home plate. So it's looking good so far. I mean, usually it's the defense and the pitching that is the big thing for the Rays, but this year it's definitely the offense that's been really stepping it up and helping the team be in first place and sweep the Yankees this past weekend. And obviously they're winning right now against the Chicago White Sox 4-0 with contributions from a lot of the guys. And yeah, it's been good so far. It's been a nice little run. Hopefully it's just it's sustainable. Obviously it's a long season, but it's definitely a nice little surprise so far, that obviously with a slow start of the season and then not having a good homestand against the Cubbies, and then we had Kevin Kiermaier on my show a couple episodes ago, and I thought the conversations with him was going to be about, why is this team not doing good? We just got blown out by the Yankees, but it was just the other way around. We had swept the Yankees, and nothing gets me excited more than sweeping the Yankees, especially at home when there's usually a lot more Yankees fans than Rays fans.
Yeah, I know. And it's one of those things, a lot of Rays fans will be upset, they'll moan and groan, but I'm just so used to it now. Just take their money and just send them home crying and their beers. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Now, let's talk about it. What's the biggest surprise? I know it's early in the season, but what's your biggest surprise of this season? Is it Chandler Simpson and how much he's improved? Not only making contact, he's always had that speed, but now making more contact. Better defensively. I mean, what's your biggest surprise with this Rays team, in your opinion, Al?
I think it's definitely the guys that we all thought really weren't gonna have any kind of contribution at all. Nick Fortes behind the plate's been pretty good behind the plates, offensively too as well. He's been hitting the ball pretty well. Chandler Simpson has somehow just I think he was just that diamond in the rough where it's just a la Jonathan Aranda, which last year he was an all-star before getting hurt afterwards. But I think this is a year where Chandler Simpson is one of those all-star candidates and could be a force to be reckoned with in the offense. I think it's all the way around that this team is just surprising a lot of people, because obviously preseason rankings have the Rays in last place or fourth place in the AL East. But right now, look, you can freak out the first week of the season because of all the weird things that Kevin Cash has done, especially with the lineups, having Caminero bat fourth, and the bullpen's not doing their job, and we've already had 2 pitchers go down. Joel Boyle's on the IL. Pepio's been moved to the 60-day IL now for his hip inflammation. So, there's a lot to be concerned about when the rotation is, and also the bullpen too. But I think with the bullpen, they're going to get some guys back. Uceta is pitching right now in Durham, who's being ramped up, and then Garrett Clevenger is going to be back. So you'll have those 2 arms back. Brian Baker's been doing well as the pseudo closer for the team too. So the bullpen is going to get there too as well. I think right now the main concern is, where the rotation is. Can they stay healthy? We've got 2 starting pitchers down that we're calling guys out. We're giving contracts to guys that just had shoulder surgery. Michael Grove was just given a contract for the major leagues too, so he might be up pretty soon too as well. So, but I think overall, I think the surprising thing is the offense, which normally the Rays usually put up 2, 3, 4 runs per game, but they've been actually out hitting teams. Like it's no tomorrow. They've been putting up runs and being able to have those comfortable leads just in case if the bullpen blows it. So they've been able to have offense there to help out when it comes to the pitching woes that we've been having in the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to the pitching, comes down to the bullpen. Bullpen was a little bit shaky. He's kind of settled down just a little bit defensively. Is that the concern at this point? The biggest concern?
I think the biggest concern would be the rotation right now. With now Pepio going to the 60-day, Joel Boyle's out with his elbow inflammation, which hopefully is nothing serious, because usually when it comes to the elbow, that could be Tommy John surgery coming up.
Yep.
Bringing in Matz and Martinez was one of those things where, okay, these guys are probably going to eat a lot of innings, and they've done pretty well. Both of those guys, I think it's 5 victories that the Rays have come from the hands of Matz and Martinez combined. So you look at those guys who are veteran guys coming in, eating a lot of innings. We had Jay Retcher on my show too, the newest episode out on the Stick Podcast, Rays Rewind, where Shane McClanahan's, he's still, it's a work in progress, and he needs to not be so hard on himself. Like, dude, you haven't pitched in a while. But I think after each start, it's just going to get better and better with him. But ultimately, is how healthy is this rotation going to be if we've got guys already dropping like flies? And I think that's the biggest thing too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it also comes down to is Pepio. That's a big time concern, and they made a move there for Michael Grove. And then placed him on the 15-day IL as he recovers from right labrum surgery he underwent last March.
Yep.
So, I mean, what do we make of this situation with Pepio? It certainly seems like, from what Cash said, he suffered a right hip inflammation near the end of spring training. Started the year on the 15-day IL, threw a 25-pitch bullpen session on Sunday, felt a little bit on Monday. Kevin Cash said before the series that he wanted to give him like 4 or 5 days, something along those lines. And now they put him on the 60-day IL. So, hopefully this is not a lingering problem. Going back to McClanahan, what do you see from him? Is he getting back to his old self? Is he too hard on himself? I mean, what are you seeing from him? Seems like he has the velocity, but again, he's too hard on himself. It's between the ears at this point, right?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. I think he's such a competitor, and he's so hard on himself to be, the best, and wants to get back to that all-star form that he had a couple of years ago. I think it's for him. I think he needs to trust the process and trust, it's going to take baby steps, each outing that you do. And look, you're not going to go 7-8 innings. You're not going to throw 10 Ks per game, but as long as you're going to give the Rays quality starts, that's what they're looking for. They're not looking for you to go out and return to form right away. They want you to go out and have quality starts and make sure the Rays have a chance to win those games. And, right now with the offense, the way the offense is going right now, I think it gives them more of a chance when he's still ramping up per se on the mound each and every start.
And going back to that, how concerned are you with Pepio? Do you think it could be a lingering thing? I know you're not a doctor. I know you don't play one on TV, but
I assure Jim, I do play a doctor sometimes. No,
sometimes.
That's I would say right now it is a concern. It kind of reminds me of Tyler Glasnow, or Glasnow had a hip thing a couple years ago when we had him too in the rotation. I hope it's not anything serious, because now moving to the 60-day IL is a cause for concern because now, instead of having that 5-man solid rotation, you got a guy out, you're bringing guys in that, are coming off of elbow, shoulder surgery now that you want to be in your rotation now. So it is a cause for concern because that's an arm that you could really need in the rotation right now. And like I said before, with Boyle out now, that's another guy that was doing pretty well before his injury. So yeah, it is a cause for concern. Hopefully the Rays have something in their back pocket if they, maybe want to make a move, want to make a trade, or maybe go sign a guy that's another available arm that's available right now. But I think you moving him to 60-day, it's a cause for concern because you don't want to see him, keep getting pushed out because of this lingering hip inflammation. So yeah, I think for right now it is a cause for concern. But the good thing is, I think I'd rather have it done early in the season than if we're in the middle or we're after the All-Star break and then all of a sudden this hip inflammation comes up after the All-Star break, and then we're screwed with a starting pitcher that keeps getting pushed out. So I'd say rather have it now than rather have it later.
All right, we're on with L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, giving you something to think about. You said you had KK on. What did you learn from him? Get an opportunity to talk to. I got an opportunity to talk to Brett Phillips. You one up me. You not only talked to Brett, but you also talked to Kevin Kiermaier. What did you learn from Mr. KK himself?
I tell you what, man, that dude's one of the most humblest guys to ever talk to, especially coming from a superstar athlete, which is KK, and talking to him about the different processes that they used to do, and we talked to him about coming in and doing a little consulting with the Rays in the spring training, especially with Chandler Simpson. That guy has just a wealth of knowledge, and he's been watching the team too, so it's a good thing that he's been watching the team. But he has such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the game, and dude's so humble, man. That dude just, yeah, bro, yeah, let's talk about ball. I'll talk about ball all day. But yeah, we learned a lot from him, especially when it comes to with the stretch of games where the Rays had errors. What the mentality is in the clubhouse and how can they fix that. And he could give us so much. Obviously, doesn't want to give away too many behind the scenes secrets in the dugout for the Rays. But the wealth of knowledge comes from him is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I saw the wild card banners. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit? Because you guys had some comments and he said some things, and I know I'm not necessarily all on board with wild card banners. I think that previous ownership focused too much on that, not enough on World Series championships or World Series banners. What do you have to say about the wild card banners?
I casually brought it up, like, hey, what do you think about them just kind of consolidating everything into one wild card banner? And he kind of chuckled, saying, look, we want to see World Championship banners. We don't want to go celebrate, wild card banners, and to him say it's kind of weak is just kind of funny, especially coming from a past player who's been on those teams where they've gone out, been the wild card, but then get eliminated the first round. So I thought it was pretty funny that he was pretty candid about that. So yeah.
Absolutely. What do you make of the stadium situation? And then we'll let you go on that, my friend. I appreciate the time. I know you got busy. I know you're busy, man. You're doing big things there with the Rays Rewind podcast, but the new stadium situation certainly seems like they have financing.
Honestly, Peter, I haven't really been following all the new. I know the votes are coming up about it now. One of the Hillsborough County commissioners is coming up saying the Rays a lot about the funding. I honestly, I'm so focused on the team. The stuff about the stadium has kind of been like an afterthought to me because myself and Drew were like so engrossed with the team. It's like, okay, we just want to hear about shovels going into the ground. And, obviously we've seen the financials and everything. And, the deal makes sense for the amount of money that the Rays are going to be putting in, and also the taxpayers and Hillsborough County. It's a no brainer. So you just got to get it done and figure out everything and with the money wise, and then just get it done. So I haven't been catching up on the latest news about it. I know the vote is coming up. It's coming up in May, I believe. They pushed it out to May now. But until we get shovels in the ground, to me, I'm more focused on the team that's playing the game right now.
And speaking of taking a shovel and hitting it across the head of the Chicago White Sox, 3-run home run by Johnny DeLuca. Now 8-0. Talk about that kid. I mean, it certainly seems like he's realizing that potential. A lot of Rays fans excited about him. The organization excited about him. Defensively, always pretty good. Offensively, contributing a little bit. So that's a really good thing. Talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that came over in the Tyler Glasnow trade with him and Pepio. And in this, DeLuca was a guy that's, got great speed on the base pass, can really hit the ball hard. And, the past, I think year and a half with him being injured too has kind of hampered him and his potential. And it's good. I'm glad he's back because he's another solid outfielder for the Rays. And, we saw flashes of what he can do in the lineup, when he came over and had that kind of full year with the Rays besides getting injured. So there's potential there. So I'm glad he's back in the lineup because, he can hit the ball and he can hit the ball hard. And when he's on the base path too, man, the kid can fly. So I'm glad he's in that lineup. Ben Williamson, who came over in that trade from Seattle, he's been contributing as well. And I know a lot of people are, still sad about Belo, going to the Pirates, and he's been absolutely raking it with the Pirates right now, but I think that's because he's over in the National League. But I think with the guys that are playing second right now with Williamson and then Palacios too, look, you're not going to get as many home runs as Brandon Lau is going to hit, but I think with the two guys can equal Brandon Lau, that's totally fine. And then hopefully Gavin Lux can come up too as well. I know he's gonna resume his rehab start in Durham, because he had some lingering. He had rolled his ankle the other day, so he's going to continue his rehab in Durham. So we'll maybe see him up pretty soon. But for the time being, I think it's okay. We're okay at second base. But once again, I said Ben Williams is going to be one of those guys that's going to be a contributor, going to be an X factor to the team, and Johnny DeLuca as well. So like I said before, it's good to see that you have a lineup where there's other guys contributing than the guys that you normally see, like Yandy and your Aranda, and then of course Caminero. So as long as you have the consistency where those other guys are contributing, where the other guys are not, then they're going to be okay offensively, which they are so far.
One more question. Review. What do you think about this review? Because it certainly seems like baseball fans like it. They're showing up to the ballpark more because of this. I mean, it's something else.
I think, I'm always for things that are going to help improve the game. So with the ABS system and the challenges, I'm all for it, man. So it gives the umpires a little bit of accountability too. So I mean, I think that's great as well, because I know they're all shaking their boots about being replaced by robots in the near future. But yeah. I like it. I like the ABS system. It honestly, it gives more credibility to the game too as well, because now although it's like 2 challenges per game, you still have the ability to catch balls that could be strikes or strikes that could be balls. And I think the first week of the season that there was a game that was decided by an ABS call and they called a strike and they ended the game, which is wild to me. So but yeah, I'm all for it. Anything from the whole decision about the pitch count to now this, I think anything that is going to improve the game, I like.
Love it. And then 15 for the Bucs. Who do you want to see them draft?
Good question. I haven't even paid attention to the NFL either, man. Once the season was over, I'm so entrenched with baseball. I haven't even.
I got to get you on here. We got to get you on here.
And the thing is, I have my football show, and we haven't even. The only thing we've been talking about in our group chat for my football show is the Diana Rossini stuff. I haven't even. I know is. Mendoza's going to go number 1, and then Jeremiah Love is probably going to go to the Titans, or maybe go up to number 3, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I haven't paid attention to the draft at all. I really haven't.
Well, we got to get you educated here on the sports web. Maybe
you got to, man. Yeah,
I got you, brother. L. Bushman, go ahead and promote yourself here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend.
Yeah, you can catch us on YouTube at the Sick Podcast, Rays Rewind. Make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell when new episodes drop. Also on Instagram too, as well, at Rays Rewind Podcast. We do have a couple of giveaways right now. We've got we're giving away 2 tickets for the Rays game for Section 108, which is right behind home play. We're giving away 2 tickets for that with Blue Ribbon Auto Glass, which is a partner with us. And then I've got a Jonathan Aranda 1 of 50 autographed card that we're giving away too, if you get us to 300 subs on YouTube. So
there you go. Get them there. 300 subs. That's easy. As always, L. Bushman of the Rays.
We're at 289 right now. All we need is 11 people.
Get it done. Let's get it done, my friend. I appreciate the time as always here on the Sports Web on a Wednesday night. All right, go Rays, buddy.
Thanks a lot, Peter. Go Rays.
There you go, right there, Mr. L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind Podcast. You don't talk enough Tampa Bay Rays baseball.
That's good enough to suck right there.
There's your Rays segment. We can talk Rays if you want to. Sorry I did that voice. That's how I feel some of you guys treat me sometimes. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I don't know where that voice came from. I think it's one of the customers I talked to today. I think that's what it is. I'm sorry. King Cook says, I'm not too optimistic about the Bucs making the playoffs. I hope we do, but it's just hard for me not to see right now. I will try to help you out. I want to go out to Instagram Live as Phyllis Swift Miller, the sign lady right there, doing a great job. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sitting says, love the show, Peter Blake. Love you, brother, as always. Let's go out to TikTok Live, as that's our new crown jewel. By the way, if you guys don't know, I am a part of the Carter Agency because it's not just the game. It's not just a game here. This is the evolution of sports talk television. I think that's their motto. The Carter Agency, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity here on TikTok to provide you the evolution of sports talk television. We'll read some of these comments from some people on here, some websites on here. Seems like there's lots of comments at this point, so I can't get to all of them. But I think Melissa said, hey, so hey to you. Let's see. What else? Who else is saying something? Who are the Bucs selecting at 15? I think I saw that. Boy, sometimes TikTok is tough to navigate, and I can't even see the comments there, so that stinks. Somebody was asking about 15. I'm not sure yet. I think it was KR. Thanks a lot for tuning in. As always, have I decided who they're going to select yet? No, I have not decided who they were going to select yet, but I will let you know throughout the week. I got a question for you guys. We usually do the fan mock draft. Do you want to do that again? Because if we do it, we got to do it right. I can't be just sitting here with Harry. We can get analysts on here to talk about their favorite teams, but I want to get fans a part of this. And I usually charge the $10 fee. And the reason why I did that is if you charge people money, then usually they will have urgency to show up. They won't, not show up. So if we're going to do this NFL fan mock draft, which means you make the pick. And here's the deal. I will give the person, and I did this like the last couple of years. If you get the first pick right with Mendoza going to the Raiders, I will buy you lunch. I promise you. I was supposed to buy Kevin lunch. I'm still working on it. We can buy him lunch. We all got to get together. But if you get your pick right of the team that you select, and of course everybody wants the Bucs, but maybe you select another team that you want, the Cowboys or somebody in the top 10, and you get that pick right, locally here, I will buy you lunch. Okay? So if you want to do that, put the comments there in the box here on the sports web. If you don't want to do it, then I'll think about doing something else. I promise you. But I think it's a lot of fun. And I think it's always fun to have fans. And, we had J.C. Allen one year. We had, I'm trying to think. We had a Big Game James coming on here. I'd like to get more people involved. And even if you're, doing other shows, you're also welcome. The local celebrities, if you will, media people. If you want to be a part of it, you definitely can. But I've got a guest coming on. I'm hopeful her name is Kaz Clayton. We're going to have her on Monday night. Now, who is she? Well, she is a sports reporter down there with the Miami Hurricanes. So if the Bucs draft a Mesidor, I'm going to give you the inside on what Mesidor is all about, what Bane is all about. Tune in 9:00 on Monday night here on the evolution of sports talk television. We will have her on talking about the Miami Hurricanes. I have a feeling the Bucs are going to be in the thick of it. Maybe Bane Jr. I'd like to ask her about the controversy there, ask her about the Miami Hurricanes being a part of that whole deal. Carson Beck, quarterback prospect. So we'll have her on, try to have on more guests, Mr. J.C. Allen, throughout the week, as once again, we are 8 days away from the NFL draft. And it didn't play. Why didn't it play? Fired. The producer is fired. Oh, wait, that's me. Sorry about that. Can't fire myself. Some of you would like to have the owners fire themselves. They're not going to do that. Let's go out to the comments here. Rob DePrez Thompson, Peter H. Blakeby will win the division and go deep in the playoffs. I agree with you. Let the truth set you free. I like that. By the way, did you guys watch In the Currents? I mean, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, did they not do a bang-up job when it comes to like doing the social media, taking you behind the curtain, talking about the Bucs and Jason Light and the assistant GM there, Rob McCartney, and their scouts all around. I like that. I enjoy the inside of the Bucs war room there. I enjoy that insight from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you guys do a bang-up job when it comes to your social media. Tremendous. Love that. Let's see. Great show, Pete. Thank you, Tribal Troll. I hope you've been watching. I know AEW was on tonight. And oh, by the way, it's WrestleMania week. I said WrestleMania week.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's WrestleMania week. I don't know why. It's maybe because I haven't watched a lot of it. I'm watching it. I'm not looking forward to it. The character buildup is just not there like it was last year. It's not there 2 years ago. It's tough to live up to that. It's very tough to live up to that. Last year, I was okay. The year before was a lot better. Last year wasn't bad. This year, So I'm trying to get excited about it because it's on Saturday. So we got a busy day on Saturday. Like I said, I'll be at Up the Block Barbershop at noon. So webheads, come out. Roger Shue will not be there because he'll be at Disney World, which really sucks. Actually, really sucks there, Tom.
That's good enough to suck right there.
He lives right down the street there, Holiday, and he'll be in the Magic Kingdom, I guess, on for the weekend. So we'll be live from Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida, there at noon on Saturday. Talking what else? Bucks, Rays, Lightning, whatever else you want to talk about. You're fired? Yes, I definitely am fired. I think I have a Vince. Do you have a Vince McMahon?
Screw you. You're fired.
Exactly. I think that's what a lot of Bucs fans wanted to hear this year when it comes to everybody a part of the organization, but it just didn't happen. Bucs fans, y'all might as well get Bain Jr. out of your minds now because Light is not drafting him. If he's there, doesn't quite fit that I am that man profile. And Roger Shue says, sorry, it's okay. It's all right. All right, so, let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Enough of the Rays talk. If you do want to talk Rays, text in there, call in 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Now, Jason Light was talking to the media today, trying not to give too much away. You know, you got to read between the lines. And even then, I don't know what you take out of it, but they're interesting comments to say the least. When talking about finding an edge rusher at the pre-draft news conference, he says, it is tough. There are only so many edge rushers that you could call truly impactful players. We found going back over the last few years that the players, that edge rushers we thought were going to be good, most of them ended up being good. We just didn't have the opportunity to take them, or we took another position before them, and that we're happy with in most cases. Now, there's a lot that goes into it. You got to get your speed rushers. You got your power rushers, which right now the Bucs have Yaya Diaby. You need more speed on the edge. We talked to Booger McFarland about this, right? About a month and a half ago. He believed that Yaya Diaby is more of a 2, not a 1. The Bucs need that speed threat. Is that where Cassius Howe comes in from Texas A&M? Is that where Akeem Mesidor, possibly Bain Jr., somebody like that? Do they come into that mix? Well, he says the ones that have a little bit of both are usually the ones that are the most productive in the NFL. A lot of them have certain traits about them, personality traits that make them tick a little bit more than others. So that's why we do all the work that we do on them. It's not for the lack of trying. It's not that we don't believe in having edge rushers. We have more success trading for or signing them than we have for drafting. I'll be the first to admit it, but it's not that we didn't like any of the rushers that are currently making a lot of noise in the NFL. It's a position that you can't have too many of, but this year there's a decent amount, and we'll have to see how that goes. We've done a lot of work on them. So take that for what it is. They've done a lot of work on them. We know that there's a lot of top 30 visits with a lot of edge rushers. Will they be there? Do the Bucs have to trade up to get one? If they can't get one, are you okay with them trading down? Because as I said before on this show, Jason Line has a propensity of trading down. You get more picks. Maybe those players that are at 15 are similar to the ones that are at 20, 21, 22. So you go down, you get an extra draft capital there. You get to fill another position in the first round or the second round or the third round, and that helps your team out going forward. But it'll be interesting. 8 days away from the NFL draft on what the Bucs do. All right, let's go out to Lawrence here. Go Hulk Hogan. I love it. Good stuff. TJ Parker or the tight end of Oregon. Now, I've heard TJ Parker's name from Clemson. And then, yes, Sadiq, Mr. Kenyon Sadiq. I want to tell you something right now. I'm not, I'm kind of against drafting a tight end. Yeah, I know you signed a K-Dot and you re-signed him. I'm not for drafting a tight end. I think that, to me, you've got too many needs defensively. I think that would be a mistake. Although, if that is the best player on the board at that time, I still probably be against it. But that is what has been happening or transpiring, if you will, for Mel Kiper talking about the draft. And I'll give you the story about Mel Kiper, my story with him. I always tell it every draft year. I was doing, I said this the other night, I was doing Pasco County Public Access channel. Some people think I'm still doing it sometimes on this show. I was getting ready to do a draft show at the time, and I had it in my mind that the Bucs were going to draft Simeon Rice. And of course, at the time, Mel, and this is in 1996, has Simeon Rice going to the Arizona Cardinals. So at that point, you always have to order the draft special, the draft guide from Mel Kiper. Well, I lost mine. I don't know where mine was. So I call up the draft hotline, because they had draft hotline at that point. Had no idea I was going to talk to the Mel Kiper at the time. Got him to fax me. Yes, this is I'm aging myself at this point. Fax me that, and also have it signed. He signed it and then faxed it. I don't know where it's at. But he sent it to me, and I got it, and still I didn't take Mel's advice. Mel went with Simeon Rice. He went with actually Reagan Upshaw at the time for the Bucs. I should have went with Reagan Upshaw. I wanted to be different. Simeon Rice had no chance of going to the Bucs that year at all. But I always remember that story because I joke about it all the time. Should have trusted Mel. Mel was right. You should have trusted him. A lot of people get on me and say, well, Mel's wrong. Well, Mel, the majority of the time, is right. And Mel's the reason why, when you hear this draft chime, you actually give a damn. Because if not for Mel Kiper, these shows that are talking about the draft do not exist. Tell me somebody else that has the impact that Mel Kiper has had on the NFL draft the last 20 to 25 years. Give me another name out there that is on the platform of Mel Kiper. And I'll tell you you're lying, because it's all about Mel Kiper. He made the draft what it is. And if not for Mel Kiper and the Mel Kiper meltdowns, I don't think it would be as entertaining. I think you definitely tune in every year, because it's like second Christmas. For if you're a Bucs fan or your favorite NFL team. But Mel makes it entertaining. And at that point, when I was doing shows, when I was just starting out, when I was cutting my teeth there at Pasco County Public Access, I had to have a draft copy, and I got it signed by Mel Kiper and talked to him. Nice guy. And I appreciate that. Never forgot that. One of the inspirations of doing the sports web and getting so excited about doing the draft every year. I remember sitting down with my father and talking draft. I remember one specifically was 1997 when the Bucs drafted Warwick Dunn, and that they also got Riedel Anthony, 2 first-round picks. I remember 1995, a game-changing, franchise-changing draft where you get 2 Hall of Fame players and Warren Sapp, and who's my favorite player? Mr. Derek Brooks. We'll throw that out there because it's 8 days away. What's your favorite draft memory? What's your favorite Bucs draft pick? I remember 2015, even though it didn't work out with the late, great Sean the Sports Don. with Jameis Winston being the number 1 overall pick and everybody being nervous that the Bucs are not going to get him because at the time, coming out of Florida State, winning a Heisman Trophy, winning a national championship, hope sprang eternal. I remember 1987 with Vinny Testaverde, the first draft that I watched. I remember it. I remember all that. Tell me your memory. Tell me your NFL draft memory. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. King Cook says 95 started it all for me with the Bucs. Really? There you go. That's a hell of a draft. And at the time, there's so many it's eerily similar, isn't it? With Reuben Bain Jr., with the allegations coming out, Laramie Tunsil before that draft, and he's on video with a bong mask. I mean, I couldn't believe that. What the hell that was? What was he doing there? By the way, why are you filming yourself with a bong mask on? How stupid are you? Like, this is your biggest job interview. You have to stay clean. No cell phones, no getting on live, no getting on videos. Nothing. It is your biggest job interview. I don't care. I would always have this debate with Sean the Sports Don all the time. Like, okay, this is your biggest job interview. Are you going to drink the night before? Are you going to party the night before? How stupid are you? 2 weeks before your biggest job interview and you decide to smoke pot or weed? How stupid are you? Like, that is stupid. That is absolutely stupid. I can't say any, like, I want to go TJ Reeves on him.
Go away. Go away. I will hold the door.
I think a lot of people would hold the door because if you go into your job interview, if you're just a normal guy, I go up to Smart Financial and I'm high as a kite or I'm drunk. Can you imagine me being high as a kite or drunk? It's not a pretty sight because I don't do it that much. But how stupid would I have to be? Oh, hey, you're going to make generational money that's not only going to change your life, but your family's life. But hey, go. What's the priority? Just go out and do something crazy. You know, the thing I have, the concern I have with Reuben Bain Jr. is it just wasn't one incident. It was 2 incidents. So did he learn from that? Is that a pattern of behavior? I know it's a kid being a kid, but it's kind of a dumb situation. It's dumb altogether. It's tragic too. The first one's tragic because the woman that's in the car didn't wear her seatbelt and she dies. And he doesn't get charged. It wasn't criminally charged, but it's like, what's he thinking? And if he does drop, is there more that NFL teams know that they're not telling us? But eerily similar, you know, getting back to it, like Sapp, the allegations before the night before with Chris Mortensen, never forget it. Dominant player, should have been the first in the first 3 picks. And basically, he drops down to 12, and the rest is history. Let's go out to the tribal troll.
Acknowledge me.
Roger Shu, welcome to the Evolution.
Right. All right, I'm calling in your AEW Dynamite. A huge event just occurred. Darby Allin defeated MJF to become the new AEW World Champion. The locker room is in the ring, and he's being hugged by Sting.
Well, there you go. Sting, who now has as much gray hair as I do on his face, which is...
he's got more.
He's got more, definitely, yeah. Well, so congratulations to Darby Allin there in AEW in his hometown, by the way. Yep. Good stuff, man. All right, what's your favorite draft memory? I know you got some. You're a Bears fan. Give me some draft memories.
Walter Payton.
That's your favorite draft memory?
Absolutely.
Where were you when that happened?
I think it was like 11.
11 years old. Do you remember when you were 11 years old? Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah, well, I know you're aging yourself out. We all know you're old. You're about 75 years old, something like that. So
I'm like 78.
78. There you go. Okay. All right. What else is on your mind tonight, man?
That's it, man. I just wanted to call and give you the AEW update.
Well, there you go. My AEW update. Now, are you looking for
Turnbuckle talk?
Well, there you go. Turnbuckle talk. A little bit of turnbuckle talk at this point. Have you? We need to bring that back because I know people want to talk wrestling, so we'll bring it back sometime. But have you? Are you impressed with, or are you looking forward to WrestleMania weekend? Because for me,
absolutely.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem like. It's there. It seems like it's flat, if you will. You're looking forward to WrestleMania weekend. What are you looking forward to WrestleMania weekend?
Roman and Punk.
Roman and Punk. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that match too. Roman and Punk. A lot of people looking forward
That's
to
main
that.
event night too.
That's not one. What's one? It's Cody and Randy Orton with Pat McAfee.
Yes,
which
sir.
is,
Randy Orton gets number 15.
yeah, probably does. Cody's going to lose again, which is ridiculous at this point. And you got Pat McAfee, which, by the way, look at
That
this.
whole thing is trash.
New water, by the way, Circle flavored water. If you want some flavored water, you're like me, you don't like to drink regular water. This is the spot right here, Circle Water. It's really good. I'm going to drink some right now. Unbelievable. And the thing is, you can actually adjust that tab to how sweet it is. I got it on 4 right now. It's amazing. It's a healthy alternative. It's tremendous. There's your spot, Circle Water, right there. Yeah, I think the Pat McAfee stuff is flat for me. I think he's too much trying to be like The Rock, and it's just not working. I love Pat McAfee.
Yeah, it's total garbage.
Yeah, it is. All right. So
I
what
never
else?
want to see him on WWE television again.
Never again, huh? Never want to see. I like Pat McAfee. I like Pat McAfee.
I
Pat
do too.
McAfee
It's
show.
not on WWE TV trying to do this. And this was ordered by what's his name, Ari Emanuel.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So Triple H couldn't back out of it and say no. So
well, there you go. There you go, my friend. All right. Latest update here. 8-0 Rays. And then the Rangers, I think, have defeated. It's final. Rangers had defeated the Lightning, but again, they're in the playoffs, so that's okay. And then I look at the Magic score here really quick while I keep you on the phone. And the last check on that, let's see. It's quarter 4 right now. Orlando Magic. No. 106-97 Philly over the Magic right now. So if you're a Magic fan, it's not a good night. And in fact, a lot of Magic fans are a lot alike Bucs fans as they want to fire their coach too. All right, Roger.
absolutely.
Appreciate the call as always, my friend. All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks a lot. Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. So great comments there. Let's go ahead and read some of these at this point because we got some interaction. Again, we threw it out there. Question of the night, favorite draft memory. We'll continue with the question, and will be the question for the next 8 days as I'm on this show. Who do you want to see the Bucs draft? We will ask this question again on Saturday at noon live from Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Hialeah, Florida. By the way, I feel good, man. You know, the beard, it gets too long sometimes. You know, I kind of look like a dirty Santa Claus or something. You know, it's not well, taken care of. The hair, it gets into my food. When I get like that, I go to Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. I don't look like Santa Claus. I will look professional. You know, whether it's a haircut, a beard trim, or fade, they got you covered there at Up the Block Barbershop. So we'll be there at noon on Saturday. I promise you I'll be getting there early. Hopefully my internet works. Hopefully I have no more internet problems. By the way, thanks a lot to Frontier. This is superior internet because we're going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 platforms at the same time. So you got to love that. We've had no pixelation tonight. Big time word right there. None of that. The internet is not stopping. It is going. It's a gig over a gig. I love this. I absolutely love it. And they installed it on Saturday. It's the best thing I ever did besides get an air fryer and have Alexander as my dog and do this show. And that's it. It was definitely a great move on my part. I have a Winston jersey. I think we all have a Winston jersey somewhere in our closet. And of course, it didn't necessarily work out. But you remember the excitement at the time and the grand debate because it was Winston versus Mariota. And of course, the Florida State fans wanted Winston. And then the Gator fans, or the majority who weren't Florida State fans, wanted Mariota. And of course, it was kind of a wash for both of them. Winston had some moments there, too many turnovers, but you just remember where you were. Like you remember where you were in 2014. Like I had somebody tell me swear up to me up and down that the Bucs were not going to draft Mike Evans. They liked him as a kid. They liked him as a prospect, but they were going to go for Johnny Football. And, of course, it didn't work out that way, and thank God it didn't work out that way. I remember where I was at. I remember where I was at in 2013. Guess what? The Bucs didn't have a first-round pick. You know why? Because they traded for Jarrell Revis. I remember that. So many great draft memories. And whether you watched it or not, you know where you were. Give me those draft memories. Put it in the box there. Call up on the phone line, 727-255-0391. That's 727-255-0391. Okay. So Brent says after the Oilers left and the Bucs signed Dungy, it's what started it for me. Very cool. Love to hear that. Yeah, and a lot of people don't remember that the 95 team had Sam Weiss and Rich McKay. Rich McKay being the architect, the genius, not named Jason Light. I think Jason Light has kind of surpassed him at this point, even though a lot of Bucs fans don't necessarily like to hear that. And Jason Light is under the gun with some of this Bucs fan base, as people will go all the way back to 2016 and say, well, you had a bad draft class there. And 2021, he had a bad draft class there. And then they won't consider that the team that he put on the field that he built from those comments were just he even knows we're better at signing players and trading for them. JPP, Shaq Barrett comes to mind, Ndamukong Suh. Bucs fans forget that. I don't know why they forget that. I don't know why they have selective amnesia at this point when it comes to Jason Light making those type of moves, but he built that team for Tom Brady to come to and tried to repeat it a couple years there, and it didn't work out. And he's definitely under a lot of pressure when it comes to getting an edge rusher, and you hear it from those comments today. They've done their due diligence on this. We'll get back to that King Cook in a moment. Let's go out to this guy right there in Arizona. It's Sun Devil Dave here on a happy
Hump day.
edition of the Sports Web. What's on your mind, boss? How you doing?
Great job. Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
There you go. Thank you for wasting my time and goodbye forever. That's how you start the show, buddy. There you go.
How you been doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm fired up tonight. The energy's here. I came in. I was fired up. I continue to be fired up. We have no co-host tonight. We had Bushman on talking Rays. The Rays are winning. The Lightning lose tonight, but they're going to be in the playoffs. They have home ice, and the Bucs draft is right around the corner from 8 days. We haven't even talked to USF or anything like that. Yeah, tremendous.
We got draft day coming up next Thursday.
I watched draft. By the way, I watched the movie Draft Day the other night. Did you guys like that? I want my picks along with David F. Putney. I mean, who could?
I want David Putney too.
I want David F. Putney.
Well feel like it
because I damn well feel like it. Come on, Tom, you pancake eating son of a bitch.
Draft Day.
Sorry.
I always watch Draft Day and then Moneyball. Those are my two favorite sports movies the last 10 years.
And by the way, this Circle Water is great. I don't have them as a product placement, but this is tremendous. It's one of the best things I ever did.
That water. We need a lot of water here in Arizona. They're talking about shutting us down, and we got to start.
Listen, I'm not a guy who likes to drink
any lawns, man. We got to conserve water out here because Colorado River's all dried up. And
listen, man, I'm not a guy who likes to.
We're dying out here in the desert.
Well, listen, I'm not a guy who likes to drink a lot of water, but I have to do some alternative stuff here because my health hasn't been the greatest. So I'm trying to lay off of caffeine, lay off of sugar. This is a great alternative. Again, Circle Water there. It has flavor to it. You can add the flavor. You don't have to add as much flavor. It's great. It's tremendous. And so I get a chance to drink water. So yeah, go definitely check it out. It's like $20 and they give you and I got to put the comment. I got to put the link in there in the box for you guys. Again, it's not a sponsorship, but I just feel like promoting because it's so damn good. But going back to it.
Pay some money. Hey, so real quick, I guess draft best, I guess not worst memory draft moment is when the Bears took Mitchell Trubisky and then Lynch, the GM of the Niners, fleeced the Bears thinking like, oh, we're going to take Trubisky, and they ended up getting like 5 picks for Trubisky. Because the Bears moved up to 2 and they gave the Niners all kinds of stuff. It was ridiculous.
When they could have sat there and just taken Patrick Mahomes, which I believe they promised his father, or Deshaun Watson. Yes, but most likely Patrick Mahomes. Yes. What could have been for a Bears fan. Yeah.
So I want to get some, I need some help on this. So I know we were talking about last week that the Bucs should go all in on defense and just take all their picks in defense.
Right.
We obviously know the void. Of course, Mike Evans is a big guy, 50-50 guy. What do you think about this guy's 6th rated, the Washington wide receiver Denzel Boston? Pretty big guy, 6'4", 15. You think that he'd be worth a shot? Do you think he might be available where we could get him if we trade down with the Steelers, maybe get him at like 29 or 32 or 21, wherever, or maybe wait till second round for this guy?
I think it's second round. I mean, from everything I've heard about him, it's second round. It's day 2, possibly day 3, but more likely day 2. But, again, you just don't know. I mean, again, he has the body. You can't teach that, right? He's got some separation. He's David Boston's kid, so he's going to know, what to do and what not to do. You would hope, being a professional in the National Football League, being at a young age, because he's all about football. His father has got him ready for that. He's productive at Washington. I don't know. Maybe you will have to trade in to the first round because his stock may be going up, or once again, maybe there's a situation where he's there in day 2 and you get an opportunity. I know a lot of Bucs fans are looking at him and saying, hey, this is your replacement here from Mike Evans, because you don't have a true X receiver in that wide receiving room, if that makes sense.
They're saying that he'll be able to track the ball. What the Pewter report saying that he could track the ball well in those 50-50 jump ball.
Right.
He just needs to work on a separation.
Yeah. Well, definitely has to work on the separation. I lost you there for a moment, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he just needs to work on separation, and then it also talks about, basically that's the main thing is the separation man coverage.
Yeah,
and then working on those. But he said he's been praised for getting those jump ball situation. He has that. This is to track the ball well. So, and he's 6'4". He's like one of the biggest receivers out of the next 5 that are the top 5 are usually 6'1", 6'2", 6 foot. So they're smaller guys.
Right.
But I just want to bring that up. We got WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday. Kind of hype, but again, it is a little flat, like you said. The attendance is down. I honestly think what's going to happen in the next couple of years, I think that the Saudis are going to buy WWE and TKO. Or maybe TKO will just sell off WWE. I just have this gut feeling the way it's going now. Plus the fact that WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi Arabia.
They make too much money.
Year, right?
They make too much money to sell it off. I believe it when I see it. There's no way Ari Emanuel is going to sell it off. I don't see it.
I mean, they're trying to make ends meet, but the attendance is down tremendously. They say it's only like 40,000 tickets sold this year, where last year was almost 80,000. So the attendance has dropped down tremendously because of the extremely ridiculous prices for, $1,500 for a seat, and family of 4, the cheapest way they go is like $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $300 a ticket for like nosebleeds. It's just ridiculous. So I don't know. I wish them the best. I'm kind of looking forward to, like I said, a couple of big matches like CM Punk, Reigns, of course. The big Lesnar Oba family match is gonna be great. There's gonna be a big fatal ladder match for the Intercontinental title, I think.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm good things out there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I haven't been into it.
I'm not as jacked like you said. I think it's a little flat this year.
It's flat. It's flat compared to the last 2 years. Last year was okay. Yeah. The Cena turn, it didn't work out for me because there was no Rock involvement. After there was huge involvement, and there was no involvement. Right. You had effing Travis Scott out there. Fiend. There was nothing related to that. Why he came out, why he was involved in the main event in the first place, didn't work out. No Rock. And then I think the year before was one of the greatest WrestleManias, if not the greatest WrestleMania of all time, besides the one I went to when it was Cena versus The Rock in 2012. And then you had Triple H and Undertaker and Hell in a Cell. Remember that one?
The first or second one?
That was the first one down in Miami. That's the last time I took a vacation. I know this. It's 2012. March of 2012. Last time I took a vacation. There you go.
What about, didn't you go to 2008 when Ric Flair had the retirement match in Orlando with Shawn Michaels?
No, I didn't see that one. I didn't go. I didn't do that one where Shawn Michaels says, "I'm sorry," and then super kicks him in the head. Yeah.
I love you. He goes, I love you. I'm sorry, I love you.
I'm sorry, I love you. There you go. That's exactly.
What about so you're going to be on?
It's like my dating life at this point. Somebody says, "Sorry, I love you," and then they kick me in the face. There you go.
Saturday at noon over at Up the Block Barbershop.
It is absolutely Saturday at noon. Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. I don't know where that came from. Yes.
And plug the water one more time while we're at it.
Yeah, it's Circle Water here. Circle Water right there. It's flavored water. You can adjust the taste, which I'm going to go ahead and do because this is not nearly sweet enough. So I'm going to go up to 5 here. I'm going to try it out. Let's see. That's what we're doing here tonight here on the Sports Web. I'm drinking water. Stand by.
You have to. So Pete, I'm gonna tune in on Saturday. It'll be early here in Arizona. It'll be 9 o'clock. So I'll have some breakfast and I'll tune in and check out.
Well, there you go. So you gave me. Did you give me your favorite draft memory? Give me your favorite draft memory, real quick.
I would say best draft. I mean, I gave you the Trubinsky was probably worst draft memory. So favorite. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw this out there because I watched that. Remember that Prime Video, the Bucs 50 thing?
Yes.
And I know this is probably gonna piss off a lot of Bucs fans, but the whole deal with Bo Jackson. The Bucs actually took the first pick overall for Bo Jackson.
Yes, 1986. Yes.
That is ridiculous.
Of course, and then the year afterwards, they took the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Vinny Testaverde, number one.
All right.
And that didn't work out necessarily.
Well, I mean, Bo Jackson didn't even. Yeah, that was ridiculous. That whole story was ridiculous. I mean, I never knew about the worst owner in the galaxy in the universe. He was 5 times worse than that Bucs clown. I mean, the Rays clown that we had over there.
Oh, Stu Sternberg, you're saying?
Oh, he was 10 times worse than Sternberg, dude.
Yeah.
This guy was awful, man.
Who? Culverhouse?
Culverhouse was just.
He was awful.
He told Doug Williams to go ahead and invest in a Ponzi scheme to pay for his core salary.
Yes, he was terrible. Tom even thinks that sucked.
That's good enough to suck right there.
It definitely
Anyways,
sucked.
man, hey, great job again. I'm looking forward to. I'll tune in on Saturday, and then you're going to have probably, obviously, next Thursday, big draft. Are you going to go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday next week?
Yes, I'm going Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'll probably go Friday too. I'll probably be going on. So
I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait.
Listen, I expect you guys to super chat me on YouTube for all the work I'm going to be putting in there, and of course, Facebook stars. Hopefully, you guys tune in. I'd love to see you guys, and we'll talk draft. All right.
You know what? I'm happy for playoff hockey. I'm happy for playoff basketball. That all takes second place, man. When NFL draft day is king. It just nothing else is going to be more important than Thursday night watching those picks. You know, F basketball, F hockey, F baseball. It's draft day, baby.
Yeah,
let's do it.
All right, sounds good,
NFL's
my friend.
King.
NFL is
God
king.
Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
And that's how you ended off right there. He ended it off. He killed it. Let's go out to my Facebook friends there. I see money for Meg. David, he knows who David is right there. Sun Devil Dave. So thanks a lot for tuning in, Meg. Hello, beautiful D. Thank you very much for tuning into the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live here on TikTok, YouTube, all these great platforms. By the way, Orlando Magic. No. Final score, Philadelphia 76ers 109, Orlando Magic 97. Somebody looks like they could be getting fired.
Screw you! You're fired!
I hope not, but it certainly seems like it. I think Brightside Broadway was trying to call in. Call back in for me if you could. Let's see. Yes, absolutely. All right, we'll go out and read these comments here. Brightside, actually, we'll call Brightside back because I know Brightside has something to say. We'll read the rest of these comments.
You reached Scott.
Well, that's not good. You try to call back and your answer machine answers instead. That's not necessarily good. All right, let's go out to him. Brightside Broadway, welcome to the Evolution.
Hey, Peter, how are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. It's another night here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a happy
Hump day
edition. There you go. So what's your favorite draft memory, Brightside?
Well, I think you know who I'm going to pick.
Who are you going to pick?
It's Mike Evans.
Mike Evans being drafted. Where were you when Mike Evans was drafted, and what was your excitement level? Were you excited about that? Because at the time, the late, great Mike Williams was let go. He was traded to the Buffalo Bills that year. So the Bucs had a need for a wide receiver. And I thought with getting this source and then also having the Bucs had I'm trying to think of the wide receiver they got at the time. Mr. Williams, call back in. We'll go out to you in just a moment. I'm going to spend some time here with Brightside. Anyway, I was told that, again, they weren't going to draft Mike Evans. And, of course, they drafted Mike Evans at this point. Stand by. Hold on a sec, Brightside. Mr. Williams.
Peter,
what's going on, man?
I'm gonna put you on hold here really quick. We're gonna talk to Brightside Broadway, and then we'll come back to you. So stand by. You got to hold the line, okay?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Stand by. Yeah. I know you want to talk to me. That's cool. All right. So Mike Evans, go ahead and talk to me about that memory.
Yes, it was questionable, but he proved his worth, and he's still a great player. And I can remember when we drafted him, I was excited because I knew what he did in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited to see what he could bring to the Bucs. And I am very excited to see what Emeka Egbuka is going to do for the Bucs.
Well, I think that's the big time question, right? Emeka, what he can do in the first half, not necessarily what he couldn't do in the second half. He's going to get every opportunity to do that. Again, I don't know if you watch In the Current, but if you're a Bucs fan, you should. They're definitely excited about the young talent, as they should be. I think a lot of Bucs fans should look at it. I know, again, how they're feeling about losing, a fan favorite like Evans, who's been there for 12 years, 11 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons. He's a legend, could go down as the greatest offensive player in Bucs history. You lose him to the San Francisco 49ers, but once again, you got to turn the page. You got Emeka Egbuka waiting for you. You got Chris Godwin, who's a veteran who we know can be one of the top receivers in the league when he can stay healthy, knock on wood. And you got Jalen McMillan, and you got the excitement of Tez Johnson. So they have some weapons, especially in that wide receiving room.
Yes, and I'm very excited with our pickups as far as defense, and I can't wait for the draft.
I can't wait for the draft either, my friend. Who do you want to see them take at 15? Who's on your list right now? You like this tight end? You go with the tight end at 15? That's what Mel Kiper's saying.
I would like a tight end.
You like a tight end?
Or what is that guy's name?
You would go with an offensive player over an edge rusher and an inside linebacker. Interesting. Why you say that, Brightside?
Edge rusher. That's what I was looking for.
You want an edge rusher? Okay. All right, my friend. Appreciate the call. As always, we're going to get out to Mr. Williams. Use that second call if you want to, Brightside. All right?
Thank you, Peter.
All right. Thank you. Let's go out to Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, welcome to the Evolution.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really quick. Go ahead.
All right. Well, hey, if he's there around 15, I'll pick him up. That edge rusher?
Yeah, edge rusher. You mean Reuben Bain Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me guess. Your favorite memory is when the Bucs drafted Warren Sapp, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Yes, most definitely.
So a bit.
And now, I forgot that receiver name. He's 6'4". I forgot his name.
For the Bucs, who they drafted before?
No, I'm talking about the one that they was looking at this year.
Denzel Boston. Yeah. You like him?
But right, if he's there, either the second or third, I'll get him.
Okay.
Because we do need someone to fulfill Mike Evans' shoes.
Well, again, I think you got that.
We need a big guy.
I think you definitely need a bigger receiver. But even if you don't have a big receiver, I think you're able to score in different ways. You're able to change your offense. Yeah. That's the great thing with Zach Robinson coming into this situation. He's been a proven offensive coordinator. He's had success around the league, and you feel like he'll be able to definitely get the playmakers the ball.
And then, also, we got to get a full season out of Chris Godwin.
Well, that's definitely true. I agree with that.
Yeah, man.
You definitely can. Somebody said, "Can you score in different ways?" You can score in different ways. You absolutely can score.
Yeah.
In multifaceted a part of life. It's not just football. You could score all kinds of different ways. 4-4-4. Right. There you go. Yes.
And my outside linebackers, man, we're gonna have. I want to see how our head coach is gonna work these linebackers this year, because due to the fact is, I want to see everybody go for their spot, man. Just don't put them there.
Mm-hmm.
Let them work for it, man.
Well, I mean, that's what it comes down to. There's definitely going to have to be, players are going to have to step up. You're going to have that. That's it. There's no excuse now. The players have to step up. The young receivers have to step up. You're right. Chris Godwin has to step up. We heard from Todd Bowles a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, called Booker.
Right. And McMillan.
Booker and Johnson and the rest of them.
And McMillan. Don't forget McMillan.
Yeah.
Don't forget him. He's pretty good.
Yeah, man. But though Taz Johnson, he surprised me, bro. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the way other brother do his back flip after he scored.
Well, hopefully he doesn't hurt himself next time.
I like when they said MVP.
Yes.
He thought they were talking about him.
Yeah, they weren't talking about him, but they were talking about Baker Mayfield. Yes. You like that confidence, right?
Yeah, man. And the speed that he has.
Yes.
Is real good, man.
It's great. It's definitely great. It's definitely electric when you get him out in space.
Bucky, I want him to stay healthy this year.
Got to stay healthy.
Get him 1,000 yards.
One of the biggest keys to the season, my friend, is for him to definitely stay healthy. Mr. Williams, how you doing health-wise? You good?
Hey, well, no, actually, I'm going in the hospital at 6:15 tomorrow morning.
6:15 tomorrow morning. What are you going to the hospital for, bro?
For the colon issue.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, God bless you, brother. We prayers and
yeah, man.
Yes.
Amen. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And
you keep on fighting, though, right? You keep on watching the sports web. Yeah, I hear he still owes you wings, by the way. Can you eat wings, Mr. Williams?
Man. Tell Harry, man, I need to see him.
You need to see him, but can you eat wings, by the way? If you're in the hospital, we come with like some wings. Can you eat them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll try to work on that. What hospital are you going to be at?
I'm going to be at St. Joseph.
St. Joseph's. All right. See if I can get down there to see you.
Yeah, but are you going to the draft party?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm going to stay here. I think I'm going to have my own little draft party. Maybe get some wings for myself. I don't know. I've been asked to go down to St. Pete. I get off at 5:30. I want to, I don't want to rush. I want to hang out with you guys, talk with you guys, watch the draft at the same time, get your live reaction. This is what I'm used to doing. I don't know if I'm going down to St. Pete, going to do the whole setup and everything like that. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to stay here this year. That's what I think I'm going to do.
Yeah, man. Let's go right up there by the red light.
Right up there by the red light, right? And I'm not going to go by the red light. Let's go right here. I'm going to stay right here in the studio with the great internet. I'm going to enjoy it.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're going to tune in? You got to tune in and call in. Tune in.
But, yeah, man, I will call you tomorrow and let you know how it went.
Okay, man. Sounds good, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Number love, man.
Number love, man. God bless you, brother. Get better. And we'll work on we'll work on getting you some wings, all right?
Yeah. All right, 10-4, man.
All right, 10-4.
I love you guys.
I love you too, brother. All right, let's go out to Alex here. Alex, welcome back to the Evolution.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say, first of all, God bless to Mr. Williams. I'm praying for him.
Yep.
Hope he feels better. I know he's been on the show for a long time, so
yes.
I'm praying. I'm praying for Mr. Williams. He seems like a very great guy.
Yeah, he absolutely is. He absolutely is a great man, and we're praying for him medically get better. Keep on fighting, Mr. Williams. We got you covered here on the Evolution. So, what's on your mind tonight, boss?
The Bolts finished the game tonight. They do fall to the Rangers 4-2, but that's okay. They didn't even have guy in goalie. I didn't even know who his name was. But like I said earlier, great shots on goal for the Bolts. A lot of guys were a scratch today. to kind of get a chance to rest up and get healthy for what's probably going to be a Sunday puck drop. Yep. And the Rays win. I think they won the game. I think they won 8-3.
8-3, it looks like they won.
A little
yes.
rough ninth innings for Seymour. He came in, just kind of saved the bullpen, but
as you would say,
he sucked.
He's ass. That's what you would say, right? He's ass.
Yeah, he's pretty ass.
All right, there you go. I knew you were
I'm
going to
not
say
a fan,
that.
but listen, a great win over Harry's Chicago White Sox. I love you, Harry. I'm sad he didn't come on the show tonight. Not sure what's going on with that.
I think Harry's crying in his extra drinks or something. I don't know what he's doing.
And then also, I wanted to say, I can't wait for next week and the draft party and watch all the lives that you're going to have. We're going to have a great time.
We're going to have all kinds of fun. Yes, you guys are going to tune in.
So make sure you guys tune in to the Sports Web. And we're going to have a great time next week. And then,
I'm going to try to troll all of you.
It's draft time. Hit the button for the draft.
There, hold on, the draft.
Yeah!
There you go.
I love it. Hey, but listen, man. Hey, Peter, bro. I love you, bro. I appreciate everything you do. I love the show, and I'm just being stupid, but hey, you guys are great. By the way, great night for Tampa Bay sports. I'm excited about the playoffs. Hey, listen, everything's happening at the right time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got the Rays on a win streak. We got the Bulls starting the playoffs. We got the draft. We got the draft next week. I mean, it's a great time to like, subscribe, and follow the Sports Web and have a great time next week.
It is. It's a great time because we'll be live from the barbershop. Hopefully that works out. I think the internet
Saturday.
On Saturday there at Holiday, 4946 Moog Road. We'll have a couple hour show there, maybe an hour show. It just depends on how many phone calls.
Oh, and the Bolts are going to be home
Sunday. Playoffs. Did you say playoffs? Yeah. Playoffs.
Listen, I'm excited. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. If we can sneak past Montreal, I seriously, I think it's going to be the Bolts and the Avs in the Stanley Cup final. Because what's probably going to happen is we're probably going to either play Buffalo or Boston, which hopefully Boston can knock Buffalo out, and then we'll see Boston, I believe, in the Eastern Conference. Oh no, yeah, Eastern Conference, and then we will probably most likely see the Avs, who's the number one team in the NHL this year, like they've been in the last few seasons.
Right.
And the Bolts and the Avs, and a repeat of 2021, 22.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Stanley
right.
Cup Finals, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. As always, thanks a lot.
Hey, God bless the community. God bless the Sports Web, and God bless everyone.
All right, there you go. Good stuff there. He killed it. Let's go out to the commenters. Again, open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Buck Stretcher, my favorite FSU player of all time, and Derek Brooks. And then I was hooked. And then they went and got my second favorite player in Warwick Dunn, and I was sold as a Bucs fan. Guess what? Cook, we got something in common. I'm a Florida State fan all day, every day, my friend. Good stuff there. King Cook says, but this is what you get when you're 20 years old, have access to $100,000 sports cars. It is what it is. Do y'all remember Jerome Brown, RIP? Yeah, there was a report out there, and this is from the great Pat Yasenskis, who used to write for a local paper here. Not the Tampa Bay Times, but the Tampa Tribune. And he said that there was talk of Jerome Brown eventually joining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because locally he was from Hernando, and that he would try to recruit Reggie White. Now think about that for a minute. How that would have changed the fortune of the Bucs if Jerome Brown joins the Bucs at the time with Reggie White. Do you really need Warren Sapp at that point? Do you draft him? Most likely you don't. I don't care to remember the Eagles pick 98. Haven't gotten in trouble since. Yeah, that was, let's see here. Okay. Yes, I don't care. Remember the Eagles picks number 98. You haven't gotten in trouble since. Somebody is okay. So absolutely. What is going on here? All right. Somebody's texting me. Cook, I remember him. Brent was a kid then. Let's see. The King Cook 1485. The guys are going to speed when they're driving Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and he'll cats in college getting good money. So somebody is texting me. They want me to call them a certain name. So Madame D, thank you very much for tuning in right there. Appreciate you as always. No, I did not say Medea. I said Madame. Hey, listen, I'm here to entertain everybody, give everybody what they want. What's your worst number one overall pick? Mine is Bo Jackson because he didn't play it down for the Bucs. Yeah, that would be one. That would definitely be one of the worst. Who is a worst pick? Eric Curry wasn't good for the Bucs. Charles McCray, he's okay. Number one pick. I mean, let's see. Let me think. Bucs have a lot of number one picks that weren't good. Let me think of one. Who was the guy who was the safety at the time from Alabama? That did not work out at all. That's what I can remember. I think that's 2012. He was one of the worst because there was all kinds of expectations there. You know, Darrelle Revis and Eric Wright, I believe. I'm trying to think here. This is going way back. And they had the no-fly zone. They had this kid, and they had Rondé Barber. He shifted from corner to safety. And I'm trying to think of what the kid's name is from Alabama the Bucs drafted. And now I have to go and Google it. And this is old age at this point. This is what it is. But let me see here. Let me see. Let me go ahead and go back again. He was from Alabama. It's not telling me what is going on here with. Okay. Well, let me see. Mark Barron. There it is. Mark Barron right there. They drafted him. So Mark Barron, he's up there. He didn't really produce like he was supposed to. Went on to play with the Rams as a linebacker. So he did that. So let's see. King Cook says, when you have the access young and early, they're going to speed, i.e. Henry Ruggs from the Raiders a few years ago. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And that's the danger of investing a first-round pick into somebody. You invest that money in them, and then, all of a sudden, it doesn't necessarily work out. You just wasted a first-round pick. You wasted all that money. And, of course, you're never going to see that production on the field again. Worst first-round overall pick of all time has to be Jamarcus Russell for the Raiders. Absolutely terrible.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Didn't even look at the playbook. So are you wasting the first round pick? I definitely, you cannot waste a first round pick. You cannot do that. You cannot do that, D. You cannot waste a first round pick. You've got to hit those first round picks. They got to be your blue chip, right? I always say it. It's funny, relationships and sports. You're going to be my franchise quarterback. You got to build around that franchise quarterback. If you ever want to tell a woman, and again, disclaimer out there, I'm single. You ever want to tell a woman that you really want her, you say, I want you to be my franchise quarterback. Why? It sounds corny. It sounds cheesy because I want to build around you. That's why. I want to make sure that you're taken care of. I want to make sure that I do everything to make sure this situation is successful, which is why you have a lot of first-round bust in the National Football League. How'd you like that, huh? Was that a good transition? Okay. Go Buccaneers, says Ian. Good stuff there.
Wait up, little boy.
I like that.
Wait up.
Go Buccaneers.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd. Absolutely exciting.
Fire the cannon.
Still have a job.
How about them Bucks, baby?
To the chagrin of a lot of Bucs fans. All right, let's go out to Brent here. Brent says, Cook, yeah, but Ruben Bain is worth the risk. Wow. So Ruben Bain for you guys. You're worth the risk, even with the multiple driving situations, careless driving. We'll talk to somebody on Monday about it. She's covered them. So we'll ask her about what Ruben Bain Jr. is like down there with the Miami Hurricanes, because she's there on a day-to-day basis, on a game-to-game basis. That's the goal there. Getting more text messages. Well, you definitely got to take a risk. Yes, you definitely have to take a risk. And that's the problem. Sometimes as much as you want to calculate those risks when it comes to first-round picks, they don't always work out. There's never a sure thing. There's not. Ryan Leaf was supposed to be supposedly better or more athletically gifted than Peyton Manning. And guess what? It turned out really bad. Because he was immature. I mean, that's the risk. I always tell Bucs fans, you want to draft a first-round quarterback, you better put a team around him, or you better be patient, because as the great Bill Walsh used to say, that's about 25 years ago, once again, aging myself. I guess it can already be given away with the gray hair that I got. He sat down with Roy Firestone on ESPN, and he said, I hate playing a rookie quarterback because you play a rookie quarterback, and I think he was talking about Trent Dilfer at the time. This is when the Bucs drafted him. There's another memory right there, 94. Out of Fresno, that's the meltdown by Mel Kiper with Bill Tobin draft. And he says, you put him in there for a couple years, he's going to get his brains beat in. That's what they throw a quarterback right in there right away. It's feast or famine. You better be productive. If not, then it may be curtains for you in just a couple years, because the salaries are not that high anymore. And teams are just willing to throw those draft picks away and move on to somebody else. So I caution a lot of Bucs fans, when you want a first-round quarterback, make sure you build around him. Courtney Brown was pretty bad, too, for the Browns. All that hype coming out of Penn State and nothing in the league. Couldn't stay healthy. I agree with you now. If there's a go him, but lights, I am that man model will not get him drafted to us, unfortunately. Let's go out to Marcus Russell, too, was terrible. Peter H. Blake, Derby Allen. Yes. Darby Allen, not Derby. Darby, you got me. New AEW champion. Thank you. Rob, I didn't know you watch wrestling too. That makes you cool. Oh, yeah. Jameis didn't have the running game or the defense. That's a fair assessment. But still, turned over the ball way too much in critical times. You just can't hold on to a guy like that. I feel we need extra linebackers, cornerbacks, strengthen up special team squad, and another tight end in the room. But you draft a tight end at 15, Kenyon Sadiq. We're going to get to that Mel Kiper draft in just a moment. We'll get to that. We'll get to Cody Mauch, as he was on Pewter Report's podcast there. Had some interesting comments. The biggest hidden in Buccaneer history was Revis. Yes, he was not healthy. And then on top of it, they played him in zone. Could you imagine that Lovie Smith kept him around for a couple of years? And, of course, he goes and he's successful with the Denver Broncos and, of course, the New England Patriots. I believe helping the Patriots win a Super Bowl. Did he play for the Denver Broncos? I thought he did. And then Aqib Talib. That's another one. Revis Island, 1 year, Pats, Super Bowl, old man. There you go. Yep. Brent. Jameis was asked to do too much at a young age. Most quarterbacks are. Let's see. Heist, Brent, facts. Brent, Cook, it was a throw the ball up the field 40 to 50 times a game. People were asking why he was throwing picks. Gary, I think, sent some stars, so I think that I appreciate that if the other stars. King Cook says not paying Doug Williams the $600,000 he wanted was crazy work too. Absolutely was. Oh, yeah. We had a VJack says 21 Parish, 21 Savage there in California. Appreciate you always tuning in. Yes. Love that. Twin Towers. Yes. Evans and Vincent Jackson. Emeka, Godwin, McMillan, and Tez. Exactly. Good stuff. Mike Levine's going to make this receiver core hungry. Exactly. I think you're right about that. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Enjoy your calls. Hope you get better soon. We all do. Zach, Akeem Mesidor would be a good fit. Also agree. Cole Pfeiffer, Mr. CSB brother, was at the Rays watch party. I was completely wrong about this team. Small ball is sexy. It's early, but it's looking good right now. Good stuff there. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself at the Rays watch party right there. Live from the barbershop. Way to go on a remote. Yes, I love remotes. I love getting out there, seeing people, being in the community. Yes, I like putting my face out there, putting my face on it, showing you who I am. I'm Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And, of course, it is your time, and we're going to do it at the barbershop. We can do it anywhere I want to do it at any time when it comes to the sports web. I said the sports web. Get your head out of the gutter. I know some of you are bad. You got bad thoughts in your head, trying to put those bad thoughts in my head. Take me to the gutter, and I'm not going to get down to your level. How about that? Mark Barron, yes, the greatness of Mark Barron.
That's great enough to suck right there.
I remember going to that draft party and thinking that they had a chance at that time to get a running back. The running back at that point was so highly coveted, and I believe he was drafted by the Browns. And, of course, most Browns draft picks always end up like this. Exactly. This is how bad my memory is right now. I can't remember that running back. Trent Richardson. There it is. Boom. Yeah. Man, it's getting late. All right. The worst first-round Bucs draft pick was O.J. Howard, right? Yeah, because why? They passed up on Dalvin Cook, in my opinion. If we trade, we had to trade up and not down. We have to hit on the first-round player. Let's go out to Zach King Cook. When these young kids get money, they get cocky, not to mention they listen and watch too much rap music. Go buy a Bentley Lambo. I don't think it's just rap music. I don't think it's hip-hop. I mean, that's not fair. It's not just the music, it's just the culture. You know, you get money, what do you want to go buy? You know, if I had money, I keep my Tesla, pay my Tesla off, or go buy a Tesla. You buy a house. What you got to do, though, you got to understand not to buy too much, put the money away, because 70% of a lot of these athletes go broke because they're not able to save. I'm not the best with my checkbook, but I know that I got to put money back. Let's go out to Tyler Slocum. Just took the number 1 spot in the AL. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. As they win tonight over the Chicago White Sox. Go Rays. Rays up. There's my beautiful mother right there watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area. The Sports Web, great job as always. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully my sister is good to go, as she was in the hospital today dealing with some complications. Prayers out to her and the rest of the family, even the ones that don't watch the show or talk to me anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why you wouldn't talk to me, but that's okay. That's all. That's just me venting. That's all. Nothing against anybody else. Love you guys out there. All right. Smell. It's just do what it just comes out of my head. Boop, boop, boop. There it is right there. Kuiper says for the first pick, he's going to have Oregon tight end Kenyon Sadiq as an athletic, large frame tight end who could serve as a red zone threat in lieu of Evans and weapons and 12 personnel. Of course, we know Zach Robinson uses 2 tight end sets, so it makes sense. Although, once again, he may be the best player on the board, you have defensive needs at edge rusher, at inside linebacker, and, of course, at corner. By the way, I always think about the draft day. That first movie, what was it, in 2014? Who did I watch it with? My mom, not my dad. My mom. Mom took me to go see that. It was during her birthday, and she says, oh, just sacrifice my birthday. I'll go see a movie I don't even give a damn about because it's about the draft and it's about what you love. And it had Kevin Costner in it, right? So you got Kevin Costner before, Yellowstone? With Jennifer Gardner. Listen, I know there's not a lot of realism in that movie, but I always watch it every year. I watch it twice. I'll probably go watch it tonight because I love the draft. I love talking about the draft, and I love draft day. I want my picks, and I want effing David Putney. Classic line by Costner, who kills it in sports movies. Does he not? Field of Dreams always makes me cry because it makes me think of my father. Love that one. Bull Durham, that's a great one. For the Love of the Game, that's a great one. 10 Cup, golf movie, Kevin Costner, boom. It's either Kevin Costner or Dennis Quaid. Like, you can't go wrong with both of those actors being in sports movies. Like, I'm a movie guy, and I love both of those actors. If they're in the movie, it's going to be a good movie. Usually, more times than not, Dennis Quaid or Kevin Costner, not Randy Quaid, not the guy who was on the Independence Day saying "up yours" to the aliens, saving the world with that comment. Not Randy Quaid, Dennis Quaid, and Kevin Costner. That's the money right there. All right. Mel says there's a chance we see more tight end sets in Tampa Bay with coordinator Zach Robinson. Oh, you don't say, Mel. Offense coming to town, the loss of receiver Mike Evans in free agency. So I'm not sweating the Cade Otton re-signing. I don't think a lot of Bucs were sweating it. In fact, they hated the move for $10 million a year. He's not saying that. I'm saying that. As a major deterrent to the Bucs, looking at Sadiq as an option in the middle of round 1. Sadiq is a clear top tight end in the draft class, and he was one of the biggest winners of the combine, running a 4.39 and a 40-yard dash at 241 pounds, leaping 43.5 inches in the vertical. That explosion is obvious on tape, too. He had 560 receiving yards last season. A lot of it came after the catch. We call that, kids, yak. Yards after the catch. Also, Kuiper, to a lot of Bucs fans' joy, one of the Bucs fan favorites already if he does get picked by Tampa Bay. In round 2, they take Texas Tech's linebacker Jacob Rodriguez for much-needed help at the inside linebacker spot. He says Levante David retired this offseason, ushering in a new era at linebacker for the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay signed Alex Anzalone, and now it can add a true tackling machine. Rodriguez ranked second in tackles in FBS over the past 2 seasons with 252 tackles. That's what Mel thinks. As he writes, we shall see in 8 days. By the way, the Pro Football Focus grades, because I know you guys love those Pro Football Focus grades, especially Harry the Greek. He loves it, especially when I tell him and he looks at me like I just killed his cat or something. That's probably a bad ref because he has lots of cats. He's been very stout in coverage, saying Rodriguez, grading out to 92.7 coverage grade on Pro Football Focus. He netted 63 tackles, 4 interceptions last year. And, of course, he'd be a strong addition alongside Alex Anzalone. The Bucs could also look for other linebackers at the stage of the draft. Cincinnati's Jake Golday or Missouri's Josiah Trotter, which our friend there, J.C. Allen, has him mocked on Twitter to the Bucs. So there you go. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I'll read my texting chat here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'll be better. Okay. Makes sense. So you definitely always got to be productive. Always. In all stages of life. Production is important. All right. Yes. Getting, hey, how are you, Peter? Do you think the Bucs trade back at 15? Certainly think it's a possibility, especially if there's a quarterback on the board. Good comment there. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Not to blame rap or hip hop starts in the home first, but like Peter says, this is a culture of when certain people failing large sums of money. It is what it is. I mean, I hope that they go to these NFL meetings. I guess they're like, I guess the word is seminars for the young players, how to not spend your money, how to spend your money. They have coaches, they have former players that come in there. And even then, it's up to the guy. It's up to the kid. It's up to the kid to make that decision. They have to make that decision. And yes, they are just our kid, but they are a target. You are a target when you are an NFL first-round pick or NFL draft pick in general. You've got to take care of your money. You got to take care of your finances. You got to take care of your lifestyle. You got to figure out who you're associated with. Are they the good people that you need to be associated with, or are they going to bring you down to their level? Don't be out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning at a strip club. I know it's fun, but nothing happens after 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Sorry. Hate to burst your bubble. You're a millionaire now. You're a multimillionaire. Stay in the house. I feel like, what was it? Billy Madison, right? This one right here. He goes to the kid's school, and the kid asks him, you know, what's high school like? And he grabs the kid's cheeks and he shakes him and he goes, stay here forever. That's how I feel like, you know, a lot of coaches should be to their players, you know, shake their cheeks, stop it. Shake them and say, listen, stay in your house forever. Don't come out of your house. I know people will say, I remember, you know, Sean the Sports Don used to say, well, what are you trying to say, man? They can't live their life. They got a life to live. Just don't live it on the edge like that. Just don't do that. I think a lot of people would love Rodriguez. Absolutely. Let's go out to Jim here.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter with you?
Good night, Sports Web. Good night to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, facts. Bring the strippers to the house. No need for the club anymore at this point. I mean, if that's what you want to do, make sure you have them sign an NDA. No cell phones. Don't be recording me. Don't be going Instagram Live or Facebook Live or TikTok Live. Yes, we do go TikTok Live, Facebook Live, and Instagram Live, but we don't have anything that would incriminate us to make us look or feel like a criminal. We don't associate with that type of element, because if I were a multimillionaire, you would barely see me on social media. I mean, the only thing you would see on social media is me maybe showing you my car. Here's my car. Here it is. I bought it. It's a red Tesla. I love it. Okay, next. That's it. I'm not going live. I don't need to go live. I don't need to have anybody in my life. I don't need to be involved with that. Like, I never understood it. Like, if it's your house, somebody wants to come in their house with a cell phone and record you, tell them to get the hell out of the house. Like, I'm not jeopardizing my career. What I've always say this, like, what is the priority? Like, do you want to be an NFL athlete? Do you want to be a multimillionaire? Do you want to have generational wealth for the rest of your life? Or do you want to be an idiot? Do you want to hang out with idiots? Do you want those idiots to bring you down? I hate to burst your bubble and hurt people's feelings, but that's what it's really about. Like, maybe the friends that you associated with when you were younger are probably not the ones you want to associate when you're getting older. Show me who you are. Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. Right? Just saying. And if those people are going to bring you down, what are we doing? Like, I'll get a whole new friends. I got no friends. No friends. I'm a multi-millionaire. Hey, Peter, you have no friends, but you're a multi-millionaire. Okay, what do I sign up? Where's the sign? What do I sign? I mean, I feel like I'm signing my life away at this point, but I mean, it's that easy. I mean, I guess some people it's not. I mean, what's really important? What's the priority? I always go back to this. We do this every year. We always talk about it. You got the biggest job freaking interview in your life, and you show up high or out of your mind, or you say stupid stuff. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are you doing? I feel like the guy said, you got one job to do. One job. Show up. Broadcasting school. Well, you got to know how to do this. You got to know how to do that. You got to show up. Put your name on it. One of the instructors, his biggest thing was putting your name on it. I didn't put my name on it one time. I nearly got an F. I didn't put my whole name. Every time now I do anything, it's Peter H. Blake or Peter Blake. I don't get an F or close to an F. It's easy. I play the game. Right? We're talking about wrestling. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game as it is. Stop getting involved with people that are going to bring you down. And again, if that offends people, I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Like, what's the priority? Again, do you want to be rich? Do you want to have generational wealth? Or do you want to be an idiot? I mean, you tell me. Put the comments in the box. Facts, Peter. Absolutely. Don't go out like Ricini. Yeah, she's done. I mean, I don't know what they did. Obviously, it certainly seems like she's guilty. I mean, why not fight it? That's your career. Well, I wanted to have a life there with Mike Verbal, as Tiffany Haddish said at the NFL on Mike Verbal, not Mike Vrabel, Mike Verbal. Can't even say the name, but damn, I would get the name right at least. But yeah, let's go ahead and cost myself that career for that. Okay, there you go. Make your decision. Make your choice. Stick with it. My Meemaw. Don't laugh at me. That's how I used to call her. That's what she wanted to be called. My Meemaw. Used to say, you make your bed, you sleep in it. Same thing here. Breaking news here. Tammy Young is saying 8 roses. So you got to love that. Let's see. D says 444. I don't know why she's saying that, but okay. I said it again for you. So there you go. Peter is a realist. I am. I'm a complete realist. Like, I don't understand it. Like, if you have a problem driving a car or you're impaired, which we know from the facts, because I speak facts, right? I'm a realist. I talk about the real. Try to be real. I feel like saying reals with Blake Anthony. I love that. But being real with you on this, being a realist, giving you a reality check, say that 3 times. If you have a problem with drinking or you're impaired or don't know how to drive, take an Uber. Get a driver. Hire a driver. I mean, don't get into a car. Don't do it. Like, if you know you can't be around alcohol because you're an idiot and you fall on the ground and puke on yourself, do it in your house. Don't go out. Stay in. What did Herm Edwards say? Don't tweet as much as you want to. I made the mistake the other day. Like, I get emotional sometimes. It may be my downfall. I tagged my roommate. He was pissed. he told me, I don't want you to ever tag me again. I'm a human being too. I get emotional, but you know, when you got so much on the line at that point, you have to think about it. Don't push the button. All right, let's go out. I'm done with my soapbox. Let's go out to Cody Amauk on Pewter Report. talking about his recovery from knee surgery, and then we'll get out of here for the night because I'm done with you at this point. I actually read this comment. My father used to always say, son, you are who you hang out with. He was right. R.I.P. Pops. Yeah, my father would say the same thing. Like he'd say, don't get caught in the system. Oh, you got caught in the system. Oh, it's your fault. Oh, you didn't pay a ticket? Oh, okay. Well, that's your fault. You're an idiot. And he would say you got nothing too. Like, oh, even today, I know if you were alive, I'm the Rolex reporter. I got nothing. Care if you're a Rolex reporter. Get that chip off your shoulder. Get it off your shoulder right now, Peter Blake. You ain't nobody. You ain't nothing. Stay out of the damn system. Stop doing it to yourself. You know, like the self-destruct Bucs. They always shoot themselves in the foot. The old school Bucs fans, they know this. Self-destruct Bucs. We heard that so many times in our lives. Don't be self-destruct Bucs. Don't be self-destruct. Don't be self-destruct King Cook 1485. Don't be self-destruct Peter Blake. Don't do that. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't be like Plexico Burrows. Don't be going into a club, you know, with a holster shooting yourself in the leg, and then saying, well, you know, why the hell you got a gun in the first place when you go into a club? Stay in the house. All right. Everything went well. Rehab was good. It's just such a slow and boring, monotonous process. Rehab is not fun. You feel like you're hardly making progress. And then you finally start to, long story short, everything's all healed up now. I'm excited for the offseason stuff to start next week. I should be good for OTAs. So the question was, you know, Cody Malk, would he be ready? He says he'll be ready for OTAs next week. Good stuff. He also says, I remember when I was first starting to run, the way I felt, I'm like, this is never going to heal. This is just a part of the process. It's my first time running. I'm not expected to go out and run a 5-second 40. We're working back into it, but I remember just feeling like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this doesn't feel good at all. And then keep doing it, and then running feels totally fine, and then you're doing football stuff. But I'm like, gosh, I can't kickstart. I can't kickset right now. It's just like I can't push off on it. A couple weeks later, boom, you're totally fine. What I go through is kind of put myself through an O-line Indy, which is an individual drill for you guys out there, and do all these drills and stuff, and felt totally fine, which was huge. And this is right after the season is over, started doing that stuff. He talks about the injury and his mindset. It is just such an isolated feeling because of all of a sudden now you're different scheduled than everyone else. When you're meeting, you're doing rehab and stuff, and you're pretty much living in the training room. You're in there hours and hours a day. I couldn't even go to practice because I was usually lifting during practice. It is so isolating. You feel alone. The guys will come in the locker room and be talking about whatever the newest joke is, and you're just completely out of the loop about what's going on. It's tough. It really is. It sucks. I never had to deal with it before. You just feel like you're going through it alone. All of a sudden, you become best friends with the guys who are on the IR, also because you're spending all this time together. So you're hanging out with new people and people you normally wouldn't. He also said he talked to Graham Barton last year, which seems like athletes are very superstitious, as they should be. And he says, I never missed a game before due to injury ever. High school, college, any of them. Never missed a game because of the injury. I remember telling Graham Barton that. I don't remember if it was last season, but I kind of told him, and I'm like, I've never missed a game because of an injury. And he's like, don't say that. And here we are now. So that was Cody Malk, your starting right guard, getting ready. We'll be ready for next week's OTAs. That's always a good sign. One of the biggest keys to this offense, that line staying healthy with the multiple injuries. And I know, Brent, and we've talked about it, and King Cook, we talked about it over and over again. But when you reshuffling your offensive line, when you're losing a left tackle, when you're moving Barton to left tackle, when you lose both of your guards, it kills the continuity of the offense. It hurts that offense in the long run. Excuse me. Can't talk. I'm going to read the rest of these comments, and then we'll get out of here for the night. It was a problem. Plexico dumb ass didn't have a holster. He was wearing sweatpants and had a gun in his waist. Idiot decision. Yeah, I mean, just don't even do it. Don't even bring the gun to the club. If you're bringing a gun to the club, stay out of the club. There you go. I mean, if somebody's trying to shoot you up, or you think there's going to, stay in your house. You're rich. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. You don't have to invite people that want to kill you. Stay in your house. Hey, Pete, hope you're doing well today. Go Rays. Absolutely, go Rays. that's always a good thing. Let's go out to Brent's as the comments are not coming up right now. I don't know why they're not coming up. So know what's going on with StreamYard. You got to love that. Let's go out to TikTok. Again, thank you very much, Tammy Young, for all the roses. There it is. I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield, but I'm going to keep it all the way real on what I see on the field. That is fair. You can go ahead and do that. And let's see if we can go ahead and get this comment up. And then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I think StreamYard is basically telling me to get out of here. Those offensive line injuries honestly hurt us, but damn, we lost so many games towards the end of the season that we should have won. Bucs need an identity and offense this year. Being healthy up front will definitely help. Agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. As hopefully that comment will get off because it is not getting off right now. So, God, I love technology, especially when it works for you. You're trying to click on it. There it goes. Okay. So we'll end off on the night with that. Thanks a lot for L. Bushman coming on. Thanks a lot for all the comments, all the roses. Facebook or YouTube super chats are out there. Facebook stars. We'll be back on Saturday at noon, live from Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether you want a haircut, beard trim, or fade, they got you covered. Ricky and all the fine barbers, and we'll talk to all those fine barbers on Saturday at noon, so you get another dose of the evolution of sports talk television. Make sure you tune into Blake and Blake Sports on Sunday. And then Monday, we'll be back, and it'll be a week, a long week, but a great week of NFL draft coverage, only 8 days away. Let's see here. Go Bucs. Thank you, King Cook. Appreciate you. Go Bucs.
Wait up, no, boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
It's exciting.
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Go Bucs. There we go right there. We'll end it off on that. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Of course, Bucs Latest. Every day, 11 a.m. Tune into that, a part of the Fan Arch Network. And, of course, so we'll end it off right there on a happy hump day. 3 things. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans, Raise Up fans, and Lightning fans, it's your time. We'll see you next time here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say to end off this show, say it proud. Go Bucs.